Morning, everybody. Actually, it's afternoon. It's like, sorry, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Time change.
Yeah, time change has me all thrown off. Why are you covering your face up? There you go. Guess we're looking into this, right into the sun.
Right into the sun.
So today we come to you from Shawnee, Oklahoma. And I wanted to show you this job because it's a little bit different than what you'll normally see. So I'm gonna do a little explaining for a second. Most of the time, the pump on a windmill sets down towards the bottom of the well. All that does is make sure that your pump will never come out of the water. Now, around here, a few places, there's this setup right here. Ugh, spider webs. What I'm gonna show you, so this right here is the pump. That's a 2-inch brass well cylinder. And you see, it's above the ground. So that almost it's kind of the same as like the old pitcher style pumps. You know, it actually sucks. You have to keep it primed. And then as the reciprocating action happens, it lifts water with every stroke. Well, that's the way this is set up. But normally they're not like this. Normally you don't have one setting above the ground. But this guy that installs these windmills, he's no longer doing it anymore, but he did all of them pretty much like this. I think he did it, it was cheaper to do it that way. You had a whole lot less stuff down the hole. Yeah, that's all I got. I mean, I can't really give it a really good reason why he did that, but he did, nonetheless. So, there's several windmills. I think you can't see them. There's one over there that's that way, and there's one on the other side of this ranch that's that way. And then this, which is under an old Dempster. And it's just getting it. But the downside of this is if you ever lose prime on this, so what happens, I'm gonna rewind a minute. So if you turn this windmill off for any amount of time, and say during the summertime especially, this pipe holds water. Actually, this has a weep hole somewhere along in here, so it holds a little bit of water, and your pump will hold a little bit of water. But as that evaporates, once your pump loses that prime, you've got to reprime it. So this setup right here would not be for one that you really turn off ever. It's gonna be one that kind of always needs to be trickling and moving, because it's, you know, the way it's set up here, it's not, I mean, it wasn't plumbed, so you could, you know, you could plumb another, put like a, I don't know, maybe do a 4-way here, or do another little thing up here where you could put water in there to fill it up to prime it. That would be okay. But so me and Lori came here last week and we fixed this, and what we found at that time, it hadn't been running for maybe a couple years, was the plunger on the bottom of the sucker rod. You know, the sucker rod runs down through here, goes in there, and there's a plunger. It had came apart, and this pump was full of junk. I don't know how I got so much junk in it, but it was completely full of junk. So that plunger had came apart and it beat itself to pieces. So what we did is we tore the pump all apart and rebuilt it, and it was running amazing when we left. And this fella called, I think today's Monday. What day is today? Monday. Yeah. He called. I think he called Saturday. He called Saturday and said, "Man, that thing ran for like, it pumped like a foot of water in the tank, and then it quit." So I don't know. We're gonna figure out together what's going on with it. But this pump, the way it gets water is below this is a pipe that goes down into the water. And this is a 3/4 inch piece of pipe. You can see that little chunk that I cut off the other day right back there. So all it does is suck up water through this little pipe. I'm wondering if, I don't know. I really don't know what could happen. But I'm wondering if that little pipe somehow came loose. I glued it with new glue because it had broke off before, and it was setting down in the well. So we had to fish it out, cut it off to a clean it up, and then re-glue it into a new fitting. And I'm wondering if that's not what has come loose. If that's the case, I hope that's not the case. Don't you, Mama?
Yeah.
She says yeah. She hopes that's the, but that's the better case than if my pump has somehow fell skin. I don't know how I could do that. But we're gonna get in here and figure it out together. So anyway, again, thanks for joining. I'm gonna quit talking. We're gonna pull this thing apart. First, I'm gonna try to lift this up and see if I can even see if that pipe's on the bottom of this thing. It is. See that piece of pipe? I don't know if you can see it down there, but there's a fitting. So now I want to try to get on there. Come here, baby. Okay, so I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. I'm gonna try to shine some light down inside that. I'm wondering if we didn't dry this sucker up. I see water. I see water way down there. The other day, water was right up close to the top of it, so I don't know. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I don't want to, but I'm gonna tear this all apart again. I'm gonna turn it off. Where's my turn off? That's right there. The lorry turned it off. See the windmill turns over and stops. It don't really stop that good. Hoping, I'm kind of watching, hoping it'll stop at some point. It may not. It's pretty windy today. But anyway, I'm gonna tear this apart. Really, I think what I need to do first is take this little guy out there. Good thing I was in here like a week ago. I was still fairly not terrible. What I want to do is try to unscrew this from the pump and see if I can tell anything that's going on at the top of the pump. I wish the windmill would stop, but it's not gonna. That's okay. Did I ever tell you I don't like working down little pits like this? Just feel like there's some kind of little critter gonna get me in here. Oh, my coochie. Did it turn?
Yeah.
Okay. What I want to be able to do is raise this up a little bit and see if I can see anything that may be happening inside the pump. I can lift it pretty much like 4 inches or so. Should be able to. This will at least tell us what's going on in here. The pump's ice cold, so it feels like it's got water dancing in it. No, there ain't no water in that thing. Which is weird. Very, very weird. So, I'm gonna borrow your light. Did you put it up?
Yeah, I didn't mean it to fall.
So our plunger's there, our valve's there, everything's traveling like it should. So we've either pumped it down below where that water is feeding it to,
or
something.
Want some water to prime that with? Would that
Well,
do anything?
No, because why did it do it? I don't want it to do it again. So we're gonna have to pull this apart, and we're gonna have to measure how deep that well is, and we'll either put it all the way to the bottom, and this well may not be what it used to be. I don't know. Ugh. I hate to think by chopping that 1 inch off that it's going to really affect how well this thing works.
Right.
So I don't know if that made any sense or not. So our pump is completely dry. And that could be a few things. It could be our lower check valve on our pump is funky, and we'll find that out. Because it should not allow water to flow past it. But this is an old pump, and that check valve, you know, it's got a little rubber base on it, and it could be kind of hardened out where it. But when I rebuilt the pump, and man, that poop stinks, doesn't it? We're in a pen with some bulls out here, and I think they're on a high protein, and this poop has like lots of corn in it. Man, it's stanky. It's bad.
Yeah, it's burning my nose. Sinuses.
Yeah. we don't even eat that good. So.
Hey, she stopped.
Yep. All right, hold this. I'm gonna try to get this apart. Well, the dog's gonna slow down a half a minute. I'd like to get to the. Dang it, Bobby, why can't that go up high enough? It would be nice if it could.
Yeah, and they're wanting to.
I gotta take that stupid thing all apart again up there. Ay. That's the windmill would spin up, but it's probably not going to now. I don't want it to.
You want me to open it a little bit and see what would happen?
No, I don't know. Maybe a little bit.
Did it do anything?
Not yet. Okay, so it's going. It's going. Do it again. Let's crack it until it tries to roll. So it's going down. Let it go up. Now go ahead and turn it off right there. Let it. Okay, it stopped. So I want to stop all the way at the top. It stopped way too good.
It really didn't.
Huh?
I turned it off and it went past that.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is really.
Well, the
gonna
sucker
work.
rod never moved, so yeah, it'll work.
Okay, there it's going. Going.
When it goes to the top, we'll shut it off. Go ahead and. Too soon.
I'm not really.
No, I know. No, you're doing good. It will. We're gonna run it all the way to the top. Okay, right there. Turn it off. Of course not. I know. See, it stopped right there. Do it again. Let's have a wee bit of patience here. It's going down. When it goes halfway up, I'm gonna tell you to stop. Go and stop right there. Let's see, that gave me enough. You may have to open it up again. Yep. That stinking thing's probably like right in here. Open it up a wee bit more. What we're watching is that sucker rod inside there. It's going up. Turn it off. Ah, it's going down. It goes down like an inch, then stop. Yep, okay. Well, this is gonna be fun. So anyway, I'm gonna go up top and I'm gonna turn this thing off. I'm gonna use some vice grips or some, yeah, I use vice grips. And I'll lock it off so it don't be spinning on us. We don't want that. We'll start tearing the thing apart. I don't want to. So let's run it back to the bottom, Mama. And the reason we're gonna run it back to the bottom is because I can do some adjustments up there with it to the bottom. Okay, stop right there. That stops, okay. I'll be back down. Right. So now I'll be able to run this up. Oh, there it is right there. Why couldn't I do that earlier?
It must be up higher than it
Yeah.
was earlier. Should have looked one more time.
Shoulda.
Oh no, if you let it go.
Oh, I let it down, that's right. We were running a little higher in the pump, so it was. That's right.
Yeah.
Hoi.
Time change.
Time change.
That's what I'm gonna blame mental
Everything on?
cloudiness on. Yes.
How long can we blame it?
To the next one. And
Oh.
we're gonna blame it on the next one.
Okay, what we're gonna do is pull all this out. Guess I'll take the pump off first. We'll pull all this out. There's literally nothing there. This. I just lost prime. Can I borrow your light again, please? This water's there. I think I need to figure out a way to replace. Sorry, I keep needing to give you your phone back.
Okay.
Replace that with something that we could put an actual foot valve on. Because if this well is not producing what this 2-inch cylinder can provide as fast as it's going, that's the bad thing about these little shallow wells, is they may not flow that much. So if our demand is too high and our supply is too low, once that thing starts sucking some air, that air travels north and hits the pump, and it continues to make a big old huge air void there, and eventually the water will just fall down. So we've got to figure out a way to check valve that. And I don't have a 3/4 inch check valve, but do you have a 3/4 inch check valve?
No.
Why not?
Does Lowe's have a 3/4 inch check valve?
Probably.
We'll
figure something else out. We'll replace that with a piece of 1 inch or something. I got foot valves we can use. So anyway, we're gonna find some stuff. We're gonna replumb this. All right, found a stock tank. Let's give her a test. Make sure our pump's working. Lift it. I'm watching. Hey, buddy. See a little bit of water's coming out there. I mean, I'm not mad about that at all. Trying to see if that valve could fit in there from here now.
Hi, babies.
Hey there, little fella. Should we work it on? It's on enough.
I saw the 13 to 12 something.
12 feet. Interesting. Yeah, that's what's hitting right there. That 4. Yeah, 12'4". Interesting.
And there's not a bunch of water, and you're not hitting.
Oh. About maybe 6 feet of water or so. There you go. Interesting little thing, y'all. 12'4". I wonder how long that little guy is. So I'm gonna get back out and measure him. Well, 12 feet 4 on this, so it's actually shallower. So I had to use a wrench to take out some length.
Right.
Where are we at? 11, so 11, 9. So that's down there. What do you think? Interesting. I have to have it where it doesn't lose prime. So all I know to do but that still won't keep from losing prime if it draws water down, even if I have a foot valve down here. Because it's still going to be moving air in. Every stroke, it'll suck a little bit, and that air naturally will flow up the pipe to the pump. At that point, once you get air there, it can start bleeding by. What do you think? I'm gonna hand pump it and see if I can run, which it's not working because I need it to go out, because it's kind of going right back down my pipe here, and I don't want to do that. What can I do here, Mama?
We have a little nipple in the truck. We can try to put a T on it and see if it'll...
Maybe I can get enough water to spill out into here. The goal is to see if I can out pump this thing. I think we're sucking air right there. Hear that?
Yeah.
We're already out of air. Windmill's gonna quit working now. And the windmill only moves like this, so once it starts getting enough air up there, party over. And I'm surprised that it put I think he said it had about a foot of water in it.
2 inches.
Oh, 2 inches is what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well and the windmill just does this. Real slow little strokes, so it's already done. So now, yeah. See all that air? We're sucking all the bubbles. Mm-hmm. We're sucking lots of air. I mean, it's coming in, but you can never allow it to lose prime. And I don't even know if a lower foot valve would stop it from...
Why can't you put that pump down at the bottom of this well?
Well, it's... What do you mean? You could.
But why is it set up this way?
I don't know, baby. I don't know. I really don't know why it's this way. I really don't know. And I can't pull that. Yeah, if you set it further down there, I mean, I don't know. I can try to maybe pull that plastic liner out that he has, but yeah. See, it flows back in pretty good. I almost think this pump's just pulling more than... See, we're pumping air right there. You can see all the bubbles? Mm-hmm. It starts to regurgitate a bunch of air. And that's all that windmill's doing, though. It's making little strokes. So, I think the only thing to do, Mama, is to figure out a way to plumb them a port where they can... And they're not going to want to do that. I hate that. Or, like you said, pull that pipe and see if we can't set the pump down there where this plastic set it at the bottom, just to change the way it's done. Let's see if I can go up higher and set it out there again. It's got water in it now, so I'll do that. Here we go. I'm going to let it kind of drain in here like that. Now my feet are wet. My feet is wet. Big old mud puddle in here now. Yeah, I don't know. It's like cemented in. I cannot get it pulled. And I don't know what I'd find if I did pull it. You know?
Right.
It's probably just a pipe. Can I borrow your phone again?
Yep.
I'm sorry. I need to just pay rent on your phone, I guess. Or I need my own phone. Yeah, you can see it coming in. It's just slowly trickling in. You can see it's dancing. The camera ain't picking it up, but see that. Not sure the camera's picking up that dancing of the water down there in the center of that pipe, but it's flowing in. And of course some of that could be some of the, I don't know if a little breeze could get down there and make it ripple like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, all right. So what we found out is that with 10 strokes of the pump by hand, I don't know if y'all saw that on camera. I'm sure you did. But man, it stinks over here. Yuck. With 10 strokes, I'm sucking air with this thing. So we plugged it back in, and it's not going real crazy, but I want to see how long it takes for this to quit. And I'm not really timing it. It's not a time thing. I just want to see it stop, because if it stops, I want to see if it kind of bounces up and down. If it stops and starts, stops and starts. If that's the case, that's what's going on. So we're just kind of watching it. It makes great, I mean, it's beautiful water. But if it can't maintain that, what do you do?
Look, I hear it.
Hear it sucking air? Yep, we're sucking air already. Hear it? It goes a little bit. And you can see air spraying out our wheat pole right here. I kid you not, this thing didn't pump. It stopped pumping by the time we got out the driveway the other day. But the other day it wasn't windy, so we didn't get to see it do anything, unfortunately. So, see, we're sucking air right now. Yeah, so it takes about a minute and a half for it to stop. Still doing its thing. It's a beautiful place out here. I don't know where all y'all are watching from, but Oklahoma is really pretty. We got everything. We got flat prairie lands. We've got in-between lands, which is kind of what we're at right now. We're kind of at the edge of hilly areas and at the edge of like flat areas where the rivers flow through. This is like a river bottom. There's what's called the North Canadian River. It runs it winds its way through there. So this is all river bottom right here. But yeah, it's beautiful here, y'all. But that's a little Dempster, little 6-footer, just getting with it. And I can tell you, on a real, like tomorrow's supposed to be really windy, I have a feeling this pump will not keep up. Like it'll be like when I was hand pumping it, you know, you stroke it a few times, it's done. If it could run at this speed all the time right here, it may never quit pumping. So something's happened to our well, because he said it's never done this before. And he said it was actually their best one, so we just run all the time and do really good. Let's see. Trying to see if I can hear it gurgling air. I don't see any air coming, but it's not really pumping real hard right now. You can see our wheat pole is still draining, and it's not really, I don't see any air coming at it, so we're doing pretty good right now. What this wheat pole does, see, it's roughly like 16 inches or so below, and they have a cover of this, so this kind of stays, you know, above freezing. So this little guy drains it from this T down. That's what that's for. Now we're sucking air again right there. Yep, that's what it's doing after a couple cycles of this. Once air displaces that water in that pump, it's done. You know it?
Yeah.
Other than just tell them to run it until it quits. There's nothing you can do. I mean, that's the bad thing about having a 12-foot deep well. I mean, you just can't do anything with that. You know, if the water table drops any, you're done. But yeah, see, we're putting a lot of air out now. My goal is to see this completely stop working. Wish I'd have brought a shovel to clean that tank out. I hate the way it looks. That's the most it's a bullpen. These bulls in here are usually all in here. And I think they just totally knocked this whole thing down and tore it up. But I like that thing cleaned up. So I'm gonna let this keep doing this here for a wee bit. Y'all don't wanna watch that. And I'll get back with you shortly. Well, I guess I'm gonna end today's video with I don't know what we did. I think it's just that it's not all that windy, but we've been running this thing for probably 30 minutes. Well, I shut it off for about 10 minutes because I wanted to see if I turn it off, is our lower check valve on the pump failing. So I waited for the wheat pole to get dry, and we waited for probably 10 minutes after that. Nothing. I flipped it back on, it immediately got water moving. So I don't know. We'll know tomorrow. He'll call us tomorrow and probably tell us that it's quit, because tomorrow is supposed to be super windy, and I guarantee you they will not turn this off. Although Lori said we should have them turn it off on high wind days, but people don't want to do that, so we'll just have to kind of play it by ear. But we're gonna leave this what it is. For all you new subscribers, I really appreciate y'all, don't we, Mama?
Of course.
There you are. Look, there we go. How's that, baby?
That's wonderful.
Oh. So, but anyway, thank all you new subscribers that came over from Puddin'. You don't know how much we appreciate that. Puddin'? You're probably not going to see this video, but if you do, thank you. We need all the help we can get. We need help getting the word out. So, but this is what we do, y'all. Look at that. She's getting it. Going up and down, making water. You know, if it could stay like, that's probably pumping a little more than I want it to pump up there, but, and it's chugging along fairly good. It's a pretty good little breeze right now. But anyway, again, thank y'all for watching. Please stick around. Go ahead and like it if you liked it, but don't hit the dislike. Just kidding, you can if you want to. But tell all your friends about us. People are interested in this. What's crazy is people are interested in this, but they don't know about it. And when they do find out, they're like, wow, we had no idea that people even did that. So do it. Tell all your buddies. Say, we found this real cool couple in Oklahoma that do something that most people don't do. What we need to do is get, what's the guy, the Dirty Jobs guy?
Mike Rowe. We
need to get Mike Rowe to find us. We'd have to find a dirty job. We got plenty of those though, but anyway, again, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And what do you guys say, Mama?
Make it a great one.
Make it a great day. Talk to y'all later. Bye.